Hey!
Lord, I don't even know where to begin.
It's happening. It's happening.
E-S-B-C-T, not what it means to me.
Shh, it's a secret. Welcome back to part 2.
Hello.
So we are diving into being underestimated but not underqualified.
Because we all know that that's what Elle was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously underestimated.
Okay, well, let's talk about being counted out.
Yes.
Which every PE class ever.
Every what?
PE class.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is fair because I'm not a sporty person. But
That's right. So sometimes it works.
Can you move, please?
Then there's not a whole lot of expectation on your shoulders. But anyway,
Yes,
that's
that's
not
right.
what we're talking about. We're talking about being, feeling like you have been, feeling like someone has deemed you to be too small for the box that you're in.
Yeah. So you ever walked into a room and kind of felt like no one expected much from you?
Growing up, that was my life. And to put it bluntly, I didn't expect much from myself either.
What do you mean?
Well, I have very little self-worth, very little self-identity in all of my schooling.
Yeah.
Up until probably about high school. That's when I started to have teachers that saw value in me and encouraged me, and then I started to be able to work on knowing who I was in Christ. But walking into a room and feeling like I've been counted out already before people have already given out positions or thing, I lived that for many years, up until when I was probably about high school age, senior age, and then I started to realize that no, I have something to add to the room.
Yeah.
I have information and I have value that can help our next generation, which is why we're sitting here today. But definitely, I've had that moment many times.
I kind of feel like Elle did too, in some ways. Like, yes, we spoke about last time that she was confident, she did know who she is, but you could tell she was definitely stereotyped a lot as well.
Yes, she would have been. But do you know what I loved? Oh. But do you know what I think is being overlooked can be the greatest plot twist?
Absolutely.
Because the power's in your hands. Do you know that I've actually admired my younger brother for this? He's a very smart and intelligent person.
Sorry, I'm not getting bored.
No. You totally are.
Big night.
Big night?
Yeah, I watched maths last night.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you are my maths go-to. Catch up girl. I'll be catching up all the tea after this episode.
You seriously need to start watching it.
I will after this episode. Yes, because there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. All that aside, it's the biggest plot twist.
Yeah.
I feel the power is in your hands. It's not a bad thing when people underestimate you. And I think that was her superpower. Elle's superpower was being underestimated. Because then she could shine.
Yeah, absolutely. She is actually very, very smart, if you think about it.
I know.
The fact that especially, so she already had a bachelor's degree, even though it was in fashion merchandising.
Yes.
She already had her degree in something. So she's not dumb.
No, that's right. And she was able to memorize all the different Vogue lines or Cosmopolitan lines, I think it was.
And she like, even though beauty, fashion, she definitely knows her stuff.
That's right. So she had a great memory.
When they were in the store, she was like
being confronted by that lady.
Yeah, she's like, no, you're selling this to the wrong person.
I loved that moment.
There's nothing I love more than a dumb blonde with daddy's plastic.
I mean, he gets excited when he
Did you see this one? We just got it in yesterday.
Oh, is this low viscosity rayon?
Yes, of course.
With a half loop top stitching on the hem?
Absolutely. It's one of a kind.
It's impossible to use a half-loop top stitching on low viscosity rayon. It would snag the fabric. And you didn't just get it in. I saw it in the June Vogue a year ago. So if you're trying to sell it to me for full price, you picked the wrong girl.
Yes.
Clock
She
it.
just had a different type of intelligence than
Yeah.
what the world saw as being smart.
And even during the court case, she was so quick with a lot of things as well. Like when she was like, "Oh, Enrique is gay. He knows designer brands like Straight Men
Yes.
Don't." Blah blah blah. And then with the whole chutney thing, she let it slip that she went to go get a perm, but she had said that when the gun went off, she was in the shower, and she was like, "Hold up there, something's not adding up here."
I know. So she was
She's
smart.
very quick as well.
Yes, that's right.
And like the fact that they were like, "Oh, you need a 174," I think it was for her LSATs. She ended up
Yes.
getting a 179,
Yes.
which is almost like near perfect score. Mm-hmm. And the fact that she got into Harvard on her own, no help. Her parents could have easily been like, "Okay, yeah, cool, we'll help you get in," but she's like,
She owned
"Nope."
her position.
Whereas, like, if you find out in the movie, Warner. I think his father or something had to
Make the
him
phone call.
yeah,
Vivian let it spill.
yeah,
So actually,
yeah. So she's not dumb.
I know, and that's what I love. That looks can be deceiving.
Absolutely, and it's also like never judge a book by its cover.
That's right, and it can play in your favor
Yeah,
if you are underestimated, because the power lives within you, and you can choose to bring it forth whenever you want to.
yeah.
Yes.
She chose to use it as her strength rather than her weakness.
That's
She's
right.
like, "Okay, I'm blonde, I'm pretty."
But you know what I loved about that movie is that I don't think she ever felt that underestimated by other people. It's just how she just was who she was. She just exuded this person and stayed true to who she was the whole time. But she never had that moment where, like, "I'll show you who's boss." It was like, even when she's like, "What? Like it's hard?" It was almost like she was saying,
Oh, she did have that one bit where she's like,
I'll show you how valuable Elle Woods can be.
it wasn't a try hard moment.
yeah, it was more like I'm going to prove to you that I
Yeah.
am valuable, I am worthy, and I can do this
Yes.
without actually changing who she was. She was like, so she used it to her advantage, and like she managed to stay strong within herself while also
Yes.
building herself up, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right as well.
Yeah.
Increasing in skill and ability, but staying true to who she was. So, hey, with that in mind, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
If you were in Elle's shoes, being dumped by Warner,
Okay.
and then realizing that the type of person that he wanted was an educated, intelligent woman, would you have done what she did and have the guts to be able to apply for Harvard?
I feel like that's really hard to say. Because in the past, not necessarily when I've been broken up with, but I've definitely gone down the road of trying to change myself to impress a guy. Or like to kind of fit in with what his type of woman would be.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I've with like past crushes in the past, I'm like, oh, well, he's like this type of girl in the past. That's what I need to become for him to like me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess as an adult now, as much as I want to be like, no way, I'm not going to change myself for some dude.
Yes.
I feel like that's easier said than done.
It is way easier.
Because when your heart is in it, when you just so 100% believe that this guy is the one for you, you want to do whatever it takes to get him back.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's why I'm glad that you said it's a hard question to answer, because when push comes to shove, there have been times when, I've gone down that road as well.
Yeah.
And like now, if I was presented with this type of scenario, I would have the guts to do what Elle does.
Yeah.
You asked me that question like when I was your age or when I was younger. No way on earth would I have the guts to put that video together to actually believe that I could go to Harvard. Like, I watched that and I'm like, I had so much admiration. Like, yes, we know that it's a movie.
But it's a clear picture of how your intention doesn't always end up as your result.
Yes.
Because her intention of going to Harvard was to get Warner back.
Yes, that's right.
And her result was she ended up graduating.
Yeah.
She actually enjoyed being a lawyer. She's like, hey, I'm actually good at this and I actually
Yes.
really like it. And then she ended up with a new man anyway.
A much better man.
Absolutely. We love Emmett.
We love
Emmett.
Yes.
And I've definitely gone down the road of like trying to like change my style or, you know, grab new interests and things to try and like either get a guy or win a guy back or...
So do you think it's okay to do that?
Yes and no. In a way, good things can come out of it, but if you go in too deep, you start to lose who you are.
Yeah, I think that Elle did a really great job of not losing herself in the process. She leveled up.
Yeah.
She gained skill.
Yeah.
She did, but she kept true to her personality and the person that God created her to be.
And she's the perfect example of beauty and brains. Like you can...
I wish I had both.
Yeah, you've got brains. Kidding! I mean, she's got both. She's cool. But like... And I think, like, I remember this one girl that I was growing up with. She initially was exactly like Elle Woods. She was blonde hair. She was fake tan. She was absolutely gorgeous.
I know who she's
stunning.
talking about. Keep going.
And she ended up becoming a lawyer as well. She went to law school. She became a lawyer. And I remember when she graduated, she posted a thing on Facebook and her caption was, "What? Like it's hard?"
Oh,
and I was like, "You go, girl." And I think Elle definitely set the standard of like, if you look like me, you can do this. You don't have to look a certain way to become a certain type of person.
I have so much respect for the writers of Legally Blonde.
Absolutely. That movie was so well done.
It really was, and definitely has a lot of value and such a good way of presenting life lessons that women need to hear and need to know. So, scriptwriters, we love of Legally Blonde. We really love you. Yeah.
So I think, going back to the question, it's really hard to say because I think at different points in your life, you would respond differently. And but I wish I could say 100%. I don't think I'd go to that extent of what she went through, but I think it's probably little things.
Yes.
When I was in high school, I liked this guy who was very into rap music. He started dabbling into rap as well. But anyway, so I started getting into rap music and started dabbling into it a bit as well. And the more I got into it, the more I was like, wow, I actually really like this style of music. Like, you know me, I love rap and hip hop.
Now, yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then like I started kind of coming up with my own lyrics and, you know, like my own sort of stuff. And a lot of people actually started telling me, they're like, wow, Renee, you're actually really good at this. And I was like, because I'm studying this. Like,
yeah, you had a reason. It was the push, but then you continued in that direction because you found something that you really liked and enjoyed. And that, you know, like that is the positive. That I love that about God, right? So Romans 8:28, he uses all things to work together for good for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purposes. And we will find that theme through every aspect, every part of our lives. God, even though it may not have been the right reason that you explored that, you found something new.
very much like Elle,
Exactly. Exactly like Elle. And it pushed her in that direction. And so it ended up being a positive. She turned it
Can I just say, in my opinion, female rappers are so underrated.
Oh my goodness, they
Like,
are.
rap
They're
is-
really talented.
Rap within the female industry is so underrated because
Yeah.
it's for a long time it was a very male-dominated genre
was.
of music,
Yes, it was. Yes.
and it was
definitely.
very like rap was associated with gang and violence and
Well, it's just an art form.
It
It's a way of
is.
expressing oneself, and I think that if you're doing,
which is like
yeah.
which is my favorite, probably one of my favorite rap artists is Lecrae.
Yeah, I like Lecrae too.
I love Lecrae.
Yeah.
Because he was studying like rap and hip hop.
Yes.
And then he got saved and he's like, how can I use my skill to glorify God?
And
And he does.
that's how God works.
Yep.
We have our passions
Yeah.
for a reason. They generally to actually push us and give us a hint as to where we should go in life.
Yeah.
So have you ever felt underestimated because of how you looked?
I'm going to answer this once and once only. Does that answer your question?
Full stop, it does. Nothing, no extra words required.
Absolutely, I'm a blonde.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And you know what? When Elle said to Emmett that she gets stereotyped being a blonde, I'm like, oh, I felt that.
Yes, you would.
Because, yeah.
As she does her lip gloss. We couldn't have
No,
timed
but
that
everyone
perfectly.
thinks blondes
No,
are
yeah.
ditzy, we're dumb, we're, you know, I know some people would say that I am. And you know what? I have my moments.
But that's what makes life interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I love my mum. Not that she's blonde, but she has a lot of ditzy moments. But you know what? I look back on my life and I'm like, the funniest things happen when
My best friend Jess.
Yeah.
And I can say this.
Yeah.
She's my best friend. She's a brunette. Always been. She's got the most gorgeous long brown curly hair. She's dumber than I am.
I love that.
And she will say that. We both agree. We're like, we swear she was born the wrong hair color. She was meant to be born a blonde, and she's even said that.
But can I just say that as I've gone through life, I know that God creates everyone so unique and on purpose. There is not a person that we may think that they're like dumb in a particular area because they're not intellectual or they don't have the smarts for that area. But my goodness, just like Elle was with fashion and just like you are with, oh my goodness, married at first sight data and any social like
I would have said makeup, but okay.
well, makeup, yeah, that too. Well, that's right. I would pay you so much money to do my makeup. Like, this girl is gifted. Okay, so you are not dumb. All right. And Elle wasn't dumb.
No, it's that I'm definitely not book smart.
Yeah, but you are when it comes to makeup. Like that, you would still have to read.
I guess.
And to know how to well.
That's
what
just years of practice.
Yeah, well, that's right. But
And
that's
different,
smarts.
and within the years, like different styles, different trends come in, new brands, new products.
yeah, so you give this girl anything to do with makeup, and she's got you. And that's what I loved about
to a
Elle.
degree. I can't
Yeah.
do special effects. Don't ask me to do special effects.
But that's okay because that's a specialized area. And
Yeah.
if you had a particular interest in the area, you'd be good at it. But God hasn't got that for you. He's got you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait for me to get myself together. Yeah.
Okay, so one major plot point in the movie is Elle dealing with Professor Callahan.
Yes.
She...
The guy who tried to hit on her. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I'm just trying to think how I can word this.
You know, I was just telling our audience.
Yeah, so Professor Callahan was obviously one of her professors. He initially tried to get her to, like, he basically hit on her and was like,
How far are you willing to go, Elle?
yeah, and I feel like the movie could have gone in a very different direction. She could have accepted.
The
And
offer?
he could have And she could have used that to her advantage to get ahead in life. Mm-hmm. Because he basically was like, I can make all this stuff happen for you.
Yeah.
Within your career, within your law school, future. But she chose to say no. She kept her dignity and her integrity.
Yes.
And she held her head up high and walked out and was like, no, I quit.
I have so much respect for her in that moment.
I do too. Like I said to you before, the only thing I don't like about that whole scenario was the fact that it was not reported.
Yeah. And I think that's because in this day and age, that's definitely the way that we would go straight away. We've been educated. Back when the movie was around, we didn't have like the Me Too movement. This was pre-Me Too.
No cancel culture.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah.
That. It was a very different culture back then. We were definitely gaining more rights or gaining more understanding of how we have a voice as a woman.
Yeah.
And we can speak up. But it still wasn't. I think a lot of women back then didn't feel that they could report.
Yeah, and I guess, like, after that, she felt like law school was almost a waste of time. She was like, Callahan never saw me as a serious law student. He just saw me as this blonde piece of meat who...
Yes.
So I guess, have you ever been in that sort of situation where men have not taken you seriously and have just kind of seen you as a piece of meat? And I guess how... did you or how would you respond to a man sort of seeing you like that? Because it happens so often.
It really does. I would almost say that it happens to 99% of women.
Absolutely.
If not,
I
if not
feel like that
everyone.
all the time.
Yeah.
Which is like, as I know, I am confident and I know I'm not ugly.
Mm-hmm. I know, she's not either. I have to sit next to this model.
But
yes.
But I do still get scared going out because I'm like, I don't want to get looked at. I don't want to get whistled,
Do you know, I actually think it's a beautiful thing that the guy whistles at you.
I hate it.
I actually think all kudos to them. Because...
I suppose...
like, come on.
I do and I don't.
A girl doesn't really like to be admired in some capacity.
No, but there's a lot of girls that don't like being wolf whistled at.
Look, I have no problem with it.
Could I?
Because, like, it takes guts.
And we have spoken about being wolf whistled at before. But
that's right. I think we did it in, like,
episode
number 1.
I think
it
so
was.
well, yeah,
that's right. So, we won't go down that. If you want to watch that episode... Go back and watch it. But so I guess how would you, like, if you were in that position, if you haven't been in that position, how would you kind of... Look, I definitely have been in slightly similar positions, not where they were offering things for my career, but I have been groped at work in the workplace, and that wasn't pleasant at the time. And I'd look back on this.
Did you report it?
No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't, because I actually felt at the time that I would be making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not appropriate for that type of behaviour in a workplace, for sure.
Yeah.
And I wish I had the guts back then. See, this was when I was younger.
Yeah.
But, okay, personally, what I think is, yes, when somebody is physical with you, that's the line. That's definitely, you should report that. That's not okay. But look, if a guy makes a little bit of a smart remark or a comment, I'm not going to report that.
Yeah.
The reason why is because I'm going to let my skill and my ability prove them in the long run.
But sometimes comments can go too far as well.
They can go too far, but also, okay, if we have to stop, for example, if you're traveling, okay, I don't know, what is it, Musgrave Street? I don't know. There's a road in town, one of the main streets, and it's got all red lights. And if you get one red light, you get 10 red lights. it is time so that you
There's
get
quite a few of them in
single-
town.
Well, anyway, there is. But there's this one in particular. If you get one, you get them all.
Yeah. Fitzroy Street's the same.
So we should actually, we'll put up the streets. If you live in Rocky, you'll know. And I feel like that's the case sometimes with comments in the workplace. If you are going to stop and report every single little comment that some guy or some person makes to you, you're just going to be like this. You're going to stop progress. You're going to stop moving forward with yourself. And the thing is that a statement only has as much value to it as to the person who is like saying it or receiving it.
But at the same time, you want to know that you can go to work feeling safe and comfortable. If you're constantly getting comments from someone that are making you feel uncomfortable, then that presents a problem.
Over time, yes, if it constantly happens. Okay.
And I feel like if the
But
like
one or
if
two-
it's a simple compliment, like, oh, you look very nice today, or like you know, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I think it is fine. Absolutely fine.
But I think
Yeah.
it's like if it starts going a little bit too far, where it's like, oh, you look really good in those pants, or like,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose like
that's
that
like-
is a little bit. But what I would do, I wouldn't report it. I would actually I would say to that person, look, it's probably not appropriate, but I would say it in a way that's like, hey, you probably may have
Yeah.
crossed the line there. You
Yeah.
know, just saying. But because
like I've been, it sounds worse than what
Yeah,
it was, but
yeah.
I was sexually harassed at a workplace as well.
yeah, oh, I
Not
wouldn't doubt-
definitely not in a like a really really bad way. Like
yeah, you would probably
you know, like,
spoken to.
well, some guy, like one of the guys, like he smacked my butt.
yeah,
So I was like,
and that's not. It's definitely not okay. Like doing
no,
that.
like he
But-
got instantly dismissed.
In saying that though, there are some girls that invite that.
Yeah. And like I'd spoken to my manager about it, and she said, you know, she had gotten quite a bit of complaints from this,
Yeah,
you know,
there
from
you
other
go.
people to, you know, some of the comments that he made, and you know, and
Yes. No. So there's a balance, and it's definitely
Yeah.
contextual.
I think some things that's like it can sort of kind of be overlooked, like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if you're not feeling comfortable or if you're not feeling safe, I definitely think, in my opinion, you definitely speak up. Like, at least mention it to your employer. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be made a big deal, but like, hey, this person said something, like they
Yeah.
said this to me, kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe even ask them, how do I,
Take this type of person.
Yeah.
The reason why
or like, how do I handle this kind of situation?
That's
Or-
right.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm not also vehemently saying to girls, go out there and report everything, is because
Generation.
yeah, well, it is. That's what I was going to say. We have to also understand sometimes is that we're growing up in a different generation. A lot of like the very, very much the older men,
Yeah.
right? They've grown up in a generation, and in their generation, it was okay to compliment a girl or to make
Yeah.
a sassy compliment. And so they're not saying it with the same negative energy
Yeah.
as what somebody who's grown up in a different time
Yeah.
zone may be.
Oh, I know some people that get offended when they get called love or
Yeah.
sweetie or, you know, honey, and I'm like, I get called love all the time, especially by more mature, older people. Yeah.
That's right. We could be taking offense to everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important to, like, you can only be offended if you allow
Yeah.
somebody to offend you. There is so many points in a day that you could take offense to. And if you're going to be taking offense to every single little thing, you're actually not going to be peaceful up here. And you're going to be letting other triggers rule your day rather than you being the queen of your own day.
Yeah.
So, your homework, go back and listen to our first episode. Our very first one.
What is it? Clueless about love?
Yeah.
And I still am.
Be sure to send us in any questions that you have.
Yeah, if there's anything that you want to unpack even
Yeah.
further. If you guys have any questions about anything we've talked about so far, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And
Yeah.
we will
Make
work
sure
something out.
that you stay tuned because we've got another juicy episode coming up, all still in with the theme.
Juicy part.
Juicy part. Sorry, yes, juicy part of our Legally Blonde theme. So make sure that you check us out. Over and out.
But in a safe way.
Oh. And don't report us.